Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest reality TV gossip. And of course, Jeff Lewis Live, the Jeff Lewis After Show. I am just warning you, there is so much exciting stuff to talk about. I loved the show, loved the after show. We might go an hour today. So y'all just get comfortable in comments. Make sure you're liking the video, commenting. We love to see it all and chat with y'all. We will make time at the end to ask questions, comments, all the things. Today was a big show. A lot of you, sorry, my eye is blurry. A lot of you were listening so excitedly to Sarah Colonna, and I loved her just as much as y'all did. I've been busy. I was at the dentist for a checkup. Then I had an unexpected mom duty. So everything is fine, but I literally just sat down in my chair like a minute ago. So anyways, let's get started with shout out news. We are going to talk about my $10,000 Jeff Lewis dinner invite, cameo, the Till the Dirt fight between MJ and Tommy, that someone let me know about last night. 1,000-Pound Sisters, Andy Cohen, Kim Zolciak. Oh my gosh. And of course, 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, season 5, episode 21, which was on last night. Y'all, the way I was livid looking at the screen when Shekinah and Sarper were getting in this fight, and I thought she's finally going to grow some balls and leave the country that he's in. She'd only been there, not very long, and he's such an asshole. I make a lot more stories on my Instagram stories, so make sure you're following me there at Jeff Lewis Obsessed. I was so livid. And then no, he sweet talks her and comes and serenades her or whatever, yells out from below her hotel room. And then it ends as if the season, we're going to get to the tell all next week. And I'm just dying. Oh my God, did y'all see the wedding? Mary and Brandon, who has ever heard of this? So she's in the Philippines. Of course, she's preggo. So they're having this beautiful wedding, and these bugs come out from, I don't even know where they came from. I have watched so many 90 Day Fiancés. They've been in the Philippines before. Never in my life. They were all over the mother-in-law. They were on the wedding cake. It sounded like they were in their bra, in their panties, in their coochie. Like these bugs were freaking everywhere. I was dying. Your voice is going slow-mo and then regular. I mean, has that happened to anyone else on Instagram? I'll move my mic a little closer. Let me know the thumbs up on Instagram if my audio is okay. Everything else okay? Nobody's complaining. So maybe it's, I don't know. Okay. That was so crazy. And then Brandon loses his wedding ring trying to swat all the bugs away. Thank God he found it. I do sort of wonder when these things happen. This happened with No Neck Ed and whatever his current girlfriend, I can't remember her name. Can't remember her name. Anyways, she was in like a drunken tizzy at their engagement party. And she's running around like a crazy woman in this neighborhood. And she puts the engagement ring in somebody's like mailbox or drops it on the ground or something. And she had to freaking go back and find it. Now, I don't even know, based on the looks of No Neck Ed's house, I don't know how much he can even afford for this engagement ring, if it was even a real diamond. But I'm just kind of laughing like, does production not step in? Another on Salt Lake City, did production step in to try to find this $600,000 or $60,000 ring that Lisa Barlow lost in that bathroom? Or do they just say, you know what? We're just here to record and see how things go. We're not going to step in. Like, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, I even remember that one time where, the other crazy people, as if they're not all freaking crazy on 90 Day Fiancé. The young crazy guy, they have like 2 kids now. God, what country did she live in? They go over there, real skinny. Anyways, and he's like, somebody comes out with a machete and like tries to rob him or something on camera. And I'm like, at some point I'd be like, look, I am not paying enough from Paul. Yes. And Paul and Christine, Kohini, whatever her name is. I'd be like, dude, I do not know what I'm paying, but it is not being paid enough to chase around crazy Paul for one thing. Yes, Paul and Karine, something like that. What is going on with them? Are they still together? Like, oh my God. I know I don't like spoilers, but I sort of do sometimes. I just want other people to do the work for them, do the work for me. That like the Sarah Fraser show, she always updates me on 90 Day Fiance people, the Sister Wives update. I think she also watches 1,000 Pound Sisters, y'all. That comes back December 12th. I was watching 90 Day Fiance last night, and I saw a commercial. Well, I always fast forward the commercials. Girl, I stopped that DVR. I went back and I'm like, wait a minute. What are they saying about my sisters, Tammy and Amy? They are single, ready to mingle. One just went through a divorce. One sadly lost her husband suddenly. So they have lost weight. They're wearing jeans. They're posing on these steps that look really stupid, if you ask me. Anyways, we need Julie. We need Jeff's stylist, Julie, to help Amy and Tammy out because I'm dying with what they're wearing. But anyways, they do return December 12th. So I will definitely be chatting about 1,000 Pound Sisters. Okay, another reason I was screaming at Johan and Danielle. These are the people. She was the teacher from New York. She's ready to stop spending so much money in New York. She was ready to move down to his country. He was ready to move on up to her country, the United States. Apparently they never really communicated well enough on this because they never got through that. He was such an asshole. They were trying to finally split up. He's taken the dog that he bought with his money because she was saying, no, you can't take these clothes. Anything I paid with my money, you were not taking from this apartment. So he, rightfully so, was like, I'm going to take the dog then because I bought this dog with my money for you. She's freaking out. I think he did, in fact, leave the dog because I never saw anything talked about it again. But then we find out, like, as he's sitting there in this crazy ass Santa costume, he was apparently sending a wiener picture to some girl that he's been cheating on with for a couple of years. I mean, even production was like, wait, the day we were filming that? And she's like, yeah, this girl sent me all these DMs, all this proof. Y'all have to know it's on a worldwide network called TLC. If you are cheating, some girl is going to be like, hey, let me DM that person. All these people have these verified Instagram accounts. They're posting away, making money left and right, having their 15 minutes of fame. You have to know whoever your dude or girl is cheating with is going to shoot you a DM and give you all the proof you've ever needed. So I don't know, but I was so happy at the end because I did see a physical difference in Danielle. Her skin looked better. She had like these extensions or some blonde weave in. It looked great. She was showing her abs. It definitely looked like she had gotten like the rebound body. Like she was definitely ready to meet someone new and move on. So next week is the tell-all. I was dying. I cannot wait. If anyone does a tell-all well, it is TLC. Oh my God. So let me know if you're ready for that. I know some of y'all don't like for me to talk 90 Day Fiance, so I will end it with the couple in India, TJ and Kimberly. She's from Alabama, sorry. They're already unhappy after 3 months of marriage. So I already saw a preview. He was on the like iPhone thing, and then she looked like she's in studio in New York where they record. So I think in the meantime, they've already broken up and she's already back in Alabama, but we will see how that goes on. Okay. So I won't say all the details, but somebody a while back told me, hey, we're going to go to this $10,000 dinner with Jeff and Shane in New York City. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, I'll tell you all about it. I'm like, yeah, tell me about it, but I may not talk about it because it just seems weird. Like, having the conversations with Shane and Jeff at dinner and then you telling me about it. And I think she was okay, definitely with me talking about it on my show. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. Like, this feels kind of weird. But I definitely wanted to know how it went and everything. She invited me to go. She sent me a message yesterday and said, look, there's no limit. Like, they never said, like, it goes through his attorney and everything. I don't think they signed an NDA. Now I need to ask if they do. Anyways, it's going to be in New York very soon. I cannot wait to hear all about it. I was dying that she invited me to come along with. She's like, if you can get to New York, you can meet us there and have dinner with us. I was like, But do you think if you really got, because of course I was like, I can't. I can't do another trip. Of course, it'd be expensive. I love New York at Christmas time. Love it. Love it. I know. Sonny says, why can't you go? First of all, I've got so many upcoming trips. Not so many, but I've already had so many upcoming trips, and just it's just too much to add on, right? Around the holidays and everything. Um, I feel weird. I don't know. I mean, I'm not I don't know. I think I would just feel weird sitting there. Jeff and Shane would be like, that is so weird that you're here. I don't know. Now, if Shane and Jeff ever gave me an invitation to come to dinner with them, duh. But this person didn't even ask me. Not that I would, because I just wouldn't, but they didn't even ask me about pitching in. Like, she just said, hey, there's no amount of people that can come. Like, you're welcome to meet us in New York if you want to come to dinner with us. Y'all, I felt like I'd made it. I was like, oh my God, for this rich girl to invite me, I was just dying. So a lot of you are like, I would go, I would go. Put yourself in that situation. How freaking stressful. It's one thing to be with Jeff at like a public type show, like his Jeff Lewis live show that we're going to December 21st, you know, a room full of people at the Bourbon Room. He's not going to notice what you're wearing. It's all dark. Sitting at a table with like 4 or 5 of us max, having hours long conversation with just Shane and Jeff and the other people. I mean, what would I wear? How would my hair look? What if I said something dumb? Chances are I would say something dumb. I was just like, oh, it would make me so nervous. So as much as y'all say you would go, I don't know. I think it would be super nerve-wracking. Maybe one of these days. Oh, Annette says, I'm in New York, invite me. It's not my invitation to give. I would definitely invite you, Annette, for sure, if it was my invitation. Is the dinner held at a restaurant we would recognize the name? I was never told. I never asked the name of the restaurant because I knew I wasn't going to go. I didn't even run it by my husband. I didn't even say, oh my God, somebody invited me to a dinner with Jeff and Shane in New York City. Now I'm wondering how many Southwest Rewards points I have. I think I've used them all, y'all. Oh my God, I was dying. But anyways, it was amazing. So thank you so much to the Jeff Lewis friend that extended that invitation. I'm just dying, but I just don't think I can make it work. And I think I would be so incredibly nervous. So I'm going to have to live through her, and hopefully she will tell us everything. Life is short. Do it. Oh my God, you need to go. Stop. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible. Oh my God, that's so funny. I see you on Instagram, says Reddit is saying that you lied about Jeff's dinner. I mean, I ain't a liar. I'm just really not. I don't lie. I don't exaggerate. I'm very, very truthful. Trust me. But I don't need to prove anything to anyone. If this person, I just looked at to New York from 150. Now I never see 150 from Houston to New York, LaGuardia or JFK. But anyways, or New Jersey, that airport. Anyways, I'm definitely telling the truth about it. I promise you. But anyways, yeah, I could definitely show the DM where she invited me for sure. I would definitely not lie about that. Yes, Michelle, I'm very honest. That's why we love you. I would say I'm honest to a fault. Like, you know, those things where like you kind of prep for an interview. One of my kids has an interview today at a restaurant, so I'm so excited. So y'all pray for that around 3:30 Houston time. Anyways, but you know, we were like talking to our child last night about you know, things that they might be asked. And one of them we said was like, what's a fault that you have? You know what I mean? Like, no one wants to think they're hiring someone that's perfect. You know what I mean? So you always have to kind of think of those things. So anyways, okay. Till the Dirt. Somebody late last night was like, oh my God, look at this description of Till the Dirt. Like, MJ got into a fight with Tommy, apparently Saturday night. They normally record Till the Dirt Sunday. She picked up their son, Chance, left. I don't even know where she's at. She's not at her mom's house in Beverly Hills because freaking Vita is doing the podcast with Tommy. Like, apparently, I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. It's Till the Dirt. But they're trying to, like, you know, Vita's like trying to play both sides. Like, my daughter is pissed off at you for us decorating the Christmas tree without her with Shams while apparently MJ was out with some friends for dinner. Apparently MJ took that and I think as a mom, she took it personally like it was a dig against her. Like, oh, you want to go out with your friends. I'm stuck home with the kid, the boy. He wants to decorate the Christmas tree. So we're just going to do it all without you. Well, y'all, he's only like 3 or 4. So he's just now starting to get into decorating Christmas trees and being able to do it. It only comes once a year. So somebody already says I'd be upset. I think I would be too. And then I think they started fighting about other stuff. So this was just like, oh, is MJ at Reza's house? Ooh, I don't know. That'd be interesting. I don't think she's at Gigi's because I think they're feuding again after BravoCon. Good Lord. Anyways, but y'all stay tuned for that. I do have a pleasant DM relationship with MJ. I did send her a nice message. She's not super good about checking her DMs all the time, especially if she obviously knows that this podcast went out. I'm sure she's been told about it and people might be checking on her. But I don't know. I think a lot of us have heard rumblings that maybe everything wasn't a-okay with her and Tommy's marriage. So, obviously I hope things are fine. I think the holidays, stress, marriage, she works. I mean, she's on the show, Jeff Lewis. I mean, she's probably feeling her oats with like trying to be like, I'm mom, I'm wife, but I'm friend, I'm employee, I'm all the things, Anyways. Oh wait, who's Reality TV? I love that name. Says she's mad at MJ about Traders 2. Oh, for leaving that long. Vita's mad at her. I mean, I sort of understand. I talked about that when she was gone. And I also talked about Kim Zolciak being gone. I'm like, you got to go make your coins. You got to have your 15 more minutes of TV and fame and all that jazz. But at some point, you got to realize, look, I've got little kids. You know what I mean? And they don't like have year-round help or I should say, weekly help with people. Like they're very, well, Kim, I think is hands-on because she ain't got no more coins left. I think MJ and Tommy probably have the money for help. I just think it's part of her culture and she seems to clean her own house. She seems to not have a bunch of nannies around or she's just not talking about it. But I do think her husband, Tommy, is very hands-on and there might be some stress with that, right? I think if anyone is a mom or a wife or a mom or a dad, for sure, parenting is wonderful, but very stressful on each other, right? Oh, Lex Chic says on Instagram says Kim is not very hands-on, probably. I mean, Tommy does work. I forget what he does. It's kind of like, I don't know, marketing, something. I don't know what he does. He definitely does have a job for sure. What else? Andy Cohen Live, y'all. I made a story already. So check out my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok, my all the things, threads, Twitter, everything is under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. When I make a video, I try to put it everywhere. He is so relatable. Like, I love hearing Andy Cohen as a dad. Like, it just makes me so happy. He shares the good, the bad, the ugly. So today I made a story about him because Ben asked him to have a baby brother or sister and his reaction. So it's so cute, but he's also talking about, decorating the Christmas trees and his nanny was kind of shading him for like them not being cute and perfect. I'm like, no, as much money as Andy Cohen must be coming out of every orifice of his freaking little body. I love that he's very respectful of money and, practical. He could hire somebody to come in and make this beautiful tree, right? But he also tells us, hey, I've got a little baby walking around, a little toddler Lucy walking around. So we had to put all the Snoopy, really nice ceramic ornaments way up high because she wants to like go grab them off and hand them to me. So relatable. I mean, if you've got a dog, if you've got a cat, if you've got a baby or a toddler, you have been there with the Christmas tree or the holiday decorations, and it is so stressful. So I love that he just realizes, you know what? This is the season of life that I'm in. This is what our tree is going to look like right now. And I'm not going to put out something that's like dangerous. I mean, because honestly, if she grabs a glass ornament or a ceramic ornament, she could get all sorts of hurt in 2 seconds flat, right? For sure. What else? Kim Zolciak. I already see y'all in the comments talking about, oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, thank you, AC. Hey, everyone, please show Sarah the love and smash that like button. I love that, AC. Anyways, Kim Zolciak posted a clickbait. So if you see it on her Instagram, do not go. It says link in bio. No, some other people already went there. It is like one of those clickbait things. I don't even understand why people do this. She's done this before too. There must be advertisers or ads on it or some reason to make you go to that link in bio that people always talk about. I know I'm all comfy today with, I was going to the dentist. It's chilly here today. Like, I had to do my mentor this morning, but she came to school late, so we didn't even get to see each other for long. Anyways, instead of tomorrow, because tomorrow I've got an appointment. I'm going to finally get the TSA pre-check. You have to do an appointment for it. And I got tomorrow morning. So I had to email my counselor at the school and change my day that I see my mentor, my mentee. I'm the mentor. She's the mentee. That's such a weird word, isn't it? Anyways, but Kim Zolciak has done this clickbait thing before. So that's what it is. Don't even click on it. She's talking about, it says like she's going to be a grandma and there's an ultrasound picture with her daughter. So then you're like, okay, which one got pregnant? No, it is her talking about she hopes they have a baby one day because she wants to be a grandma. If she doesn't have enough going on with 4 very young kids, crazy ass dog that apparently gets off the property all the time. So her neighbors are complaining about that. She's in bankruptcy. I think her house is in foreclosure. God knows what's going on with her marriage with her and Croy. And then 2 older girls that hopefully are living their best life. We don't even really know. She's got enough going on. And then, did I read this correctly? How she implied that if they can't be a mom, she would have a kid for them because she wants to be a grandma so bad. Like, what the actual hell, girlfriend? Like, you're I just can't even. Oh, I love that. Carrie on YouTube says TSA pre-check is so worth it. You won't regret it. I did DM Doug earlier this week and I said, hey, Doug, should I do TSA pre-check or should I do this global entry? Even though I don't have any immediate plans to go out of the country, I love a good Caribbean vacation. I love a good trip over to Italy. I mean, I'm up for anything, right? Visit some Jeff Lewis friends in Canada, Scotland, Australia, Paris. Y'all are everywhere. I love it. Ireland. Anyways, but when I was looking at it, he definitely said it's worth it to do global entry. I think it's the same price. And for 5 years, it's worth it. But it was going to take up to 11 months to get the global entry. So I want this to start immediately. So maybe I did it wrong. Send me a DM if I did it wrong. But tomorrow I have an appointment for TSA pre-check. So that's what I'm going to go with. I don't know if I can flip that up and advance it to global entry. But also, if all my family doesn't have global entry, then won't I just be waiting for them to come through customs also? Because I think only 17 and under. So that's only 2 of my 5 kids that would be able to come in free with me, right? An appointment scanner app you can use. Oh, that gets all complicated. Yes, Stu was off. I saw that picture, Sonny. Stu is off to Ireland today for his brother's wedding. So just pray for him, safe travels and everything. He was getting slammed by Jeff on the after show, which we'll talk about in just a second. He just lost his mom traveling to Ireland. I couldn't tell if he was bringing his dog Milo with him. He said we're off. And then there was a bag. Was that Milo? I'm assuming if he had Milo with him, he would shown a picture of Milo, but I really couldn't tell. But, somebody said he looked sad. I thought he looked super cute and handsome. But yeah, it's got to be sad. His mom just passed away suddenly. He's going over there for a happy event that Jeff had talked about a few times going with him. Clearly, he's not going with him now that they're broken up. But, he said Milo's not coming. Oh, no Milo, he said in the comments. But, he's going over there for a happy occasion of his brother's wedding, but, without his mom being here. So anyways, prayers for Stu for sure. He's got a close friend watching Milo, Sherry says. Okay, that's good. Mike O'Reilly, I love that. Chatted with Stu this morning. He's good. Are you friends with Stu? I love that. Just chit-chatting away with the boy, right? Oh, wait, what did Heather Chessman say? Oh, what do we got going on in comments? Heather says, I have nothing but love in my heart, just an opinion. Sorry if I've offended anyone. Uh-oh. What happened, Heather? Do tell. Let me scroll up and see what Heather said. Oh, I can't see. There's too many comments. By the way, I think the comments stay up nowhere else. If the replay goes up everywhere on all the social media. Uh-oh, my co-host Luna just came in. Hi, Looney Tunes. You know she can open the door now because I told you they're those like 2003, levers, door levers. She just plops her legs on there. They don't poop her. They don't. Why are you so tired? Did you just? Oh, she went on a walk. My daughter was taking her for a walk whenever I got home. We stopped and saw her. Did you go on a walk? Did you have fun? Don't you love when a dog puts their head up when you say the word walk? Oh, Luna, you see everybody? Okay, on Instagram, y'all can see her. I don't think y'all can see her on if she'll jump up on YouTube. Y'all can't see her everywhere else. Anyways, I think TikTok and Instagram, y'all can see her. Okay, lay down. Good girl. My co-host Luna. Shout out Luna, Brenda says. Hey. Hey, co-host. Oh, they're all saying hi to you, Looney Tunes. Do y'all have nicknames for your dogs? Hers is Looney Tunes, Lunatic, everything but Luna. Anyways, I ain't got no treats for her. That is the husband. He gives her so many treats, so much human food. I mean, he just does it out of love. But anyways, you want to play with her. She's so sweet, y'all. For my best friend, Jill, finding this precious dog on the side of the street. Well, not even side of the street. She was trying to get into a basketball gym, Halloween 2020. And anyways, we tried to find her owner. She had no owner, so she's ours. Anyways, okay, let's get into today's Jeff Lewis with Sarah Colonna and Doug Buden. Oh my goodness, y'all. The anticipation for today's show, everyone was dying to know if they would talk about Heather McDonald, they would say anything. Jeff opens the show with saying, I've been trying to get you on here for months and months and months. She's like, yeah, I'm so excited to be here. I mean, I think that was saying without saying, hey, Heather, I'm not trying to take her from you. I am curious to see, though, because I don't know that she's been on, and I don't listen to every single Juicy Scoop, right? But I'm curious to see if she goes on Heather on Juicy Scoop again anytime soon. Because, I mean, it's a fine line, right? Like Heather and Jeff are pissed at each other. They're not just, a subtle feud like Monica from Salt Lake City and him. No, he and Heather have a 30-year relationship from when they met at USC. They're in the same industry of sorts. They live in the same area. They've vacationed together, all the things. They are in a huge, deep-seated feud. So this was very interesting because Sarah Colonna has a long history of coming on Juicy Scoop. Oh my goodness, she's laying on her. Oh my goodness. Why are you so cute? Oh my God, she's laying on her back and just, I just want to scratch you. Come here, Looney Tunes. Come here, Pooh Butt. Oh, I also call her Pooh Butt. Oh my God, I have so many nicknames for my kids and dog. Oh my goodness. Trust me, when I tell you I was the most hesitant dog mom ever, my kids and husband were always like, we need a dog. I'm like, we do not have time for a dog. We're gone so much. She came to us at the most perfect time. I mean, literally Halloween 2020, the most perfect time. Anyways, and now I can't even imagine. Now I'm a full-time mom to be home with Luna. You know what I mean? Anyways, okay. Yeah, so y'all are, Sarah and Heather have been close for many years. But somebody did send me something that was interesting, that when Sarah got married, it was a destination wedding, I guess, to this guy, John, and she invited Chelsea Lately, or Chelsea Handler is her name, Chelsea Handler and some other people, but not Heather McDonald. So I don't know. I think she's been married now 10 years, or had they been married 10 years or just been together 10 years? I wasn't really clear. Like I said, I was on the way to the dentist. Then I had to drive back. My hygienist is amazing, but she's super chatty. So as I'm laying there, she's like, and flossing, and she's like talking out the wazoo about HOA and her son and baseball and bullies in second grade. And I'm just like, yeah, So you know how that goes at the dentist. So I clearly couldn't listen to the show and take notes. So she's been married, together 10 years, married 7. So at least that long ago, she obviously was really good friends with Heather, but maybe they weren't good enough friends at that time to be invited to a destination wedding. pretty sure a destination wedding, you invite your closest friends and family, right? Um, Anyways, very interesting. I thought it was such a good show. Like I said, I don't know her much from Juicy Scoop. She was so good. I would obviously she spells her name with an H. Any Sarah that spells her name with an H, as if we have anything to do with that. Like we always feel like a connection. You know what I mean? So put your foot on my face. Is this someone we need to block? Let me know if that's someone crazy we need to block. Anyways, on Instagram. Such a good show, though. I thought she fit right in with Doug, especially. I feel like Doug can have a conversation and add to it with anybody, but it was so good. Wait, is there someone? Do we need to block someone? Because I can totally block them. Okay, I just removed whoever there was that acting about his foot. Anyways, okay. They start off the talk. First of all, did you see Jeff's full teeth smile today? This is only like maybe the fourth time I've ever seen him take the picture with his full teeth smile since he got the fake teeth last year for $52,000. So it always makes me happy whenever he smiles with his teeth. But it starts off talking about Hot Joe. It is not the friend that a lot of you were thinking that he was actually dating. So I met that guy June of 2020 at his, or 2022 at Jeff's season 1 Hollywood house flip party. He's very cute. I saw no connection. Of course, Stu and Jeff were dating at that time, so I didn't notice anything. But Jeff makes it clear today it is not Jeff's new dude. And he cleared up for me anyways that both guys, so the guy that I think he's been on 4 dates now. He's known him 5 years. He's Latino. And the new guy he's going to be hooked up with, I think that he's going to see Sunday because that's when Monroe goes back to Gage for a day or two. He's Latino also. So he teases on the after hours, Jeff Lewis after show that his PR team is super happy that he's like got this diversity. He ain't got no PR team. Like, anyways, it was hilarious. What happened to the Friday show with Megan? It happens this Friday. This Friday, she's on with Dr. Donna Michael on TikTok. Somebody says, Vice says, I'm glad he's taking it slow. I mean, he is, but he also told us that he was not going to focus on dating at all until the new year. It's not even December, y'all. Like, he is clearly going to be like shacked up, inviting this dude to, Palms. Where do they go? What's that fancy resort they go to? He'll be going there for Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve for sure, right? Oh, wait, why do you think Gage and Scott are over? I don't know. They're confusing because y'all send me, I'm blocked by Gage and Scott, so y'all have to send me the posts they make. But they just posted recently with Gage holding baby Stone, and Scott said, "My boys." So I don't think they're over. I don't think they are. Y'all give me some proof. I don't know. Every date is mature for his age. Yeah. Heck no, it isn't, somebody says. From Scott's post, no Gage at all. But he just posted them over the weekend, and today's only Tuesday, y'all. Oh, y'all are confusing me in comments. Okay. Who else wants Doug's bed? Like, it freaking has USB ports, like multiple. It has Wi-Fi. It's going to tell him how he sleeps so good. Like, I was just dying. I definitely want that for sure. It raises the bed for snoring. Like, oh my God. It sounds, I think it's like $5,000 for sure, though. Are you still blocked by his most recent ex? Oh, Stu? I am not blocked by Stu. But I won't go into all those details. That's like I've said, it's not my story to tell. I am not blocked by Stu. Anyways, okay. Reality TV. Scott and Gage are always trying to get rumors going. It's so annoying. Yeah, I just think they vague post, right? I mean, I was sort of glad when they finally posted a picture of them together and like made it very clear, because I was so tired of the picture of the two, margaritas And then the picture, I mean, it was so stupid. I was just like, just come out and say that you're dating, like for sure. Like seriously. For two people that claim they hated all the public attention that, Jeff gets, they've both got public Instagrams. They don't have to do that. There is nothing about their Instagrams that they use for business. They're not promoting things. They're not, they don't have companies that they're promoting, none of that. So I don't understand why they have public Instagrams, and they know exactly their audience. They know it's Jeff Lewis fans for sure, right? Okay. Jeff did also say that single Jeff is great content. I noticed again today, they're still using this intro and then the commercial stuff that's saying Jeffrey Lewis Live. Oh my God, I love it so much for sure. Yes, Rebecca on YouTube says Sarah met her football husband through Ross Matthews, and I think that guy married him, right? And Jeff didn't say anything, but I think there's some tension still left over. Was it flipping out or interior therapy that Jeff helped Ross Matthews and his husband with? And like, he needed a lot of help. I think Jeff thought his house was like filled with like trinkets and stuff, and he just wanted to get rid of stuff and spend some money. And I don't think Ross Matthews wanted to. So I think there's still a little bit of tension there, but they didn't talk about it at all. But Jeff says single Jeff is great content. I mean, don't we all agree? Like, as much as we love Jeff happy, we want to hear about new guys. We want the newness, the excitement. I mean, for those of us like me that have been married 23 years, I want to hear about Jeff dating and the highs and lows of it all, right? I mean, I loved when things were good with him and Stu, but there was a lot of pauses and a lot of times where we didn't know what was going on and we were all left guessing. So I just want Jeff to get back to telling us everything. And I feel like whoever he ends up dating seriously or even casually, he's got to tell them, and I'm sure he does, hey, look, I talk about everything on my radio show. So, it's a free for all, and whatever you say or do could be used against you. I feel like it's, is that your Miranda rights? You know what I mean? Anything you say or do could be used against you in a court of law. In the court of Jeff Lewis Live, right? For sure. I love that. R. Reich says, Jeff seems very content right now. Isn't that you, Judy? Is that my mama, Judy? My second mama? Yes, Brenda, where were you today? Brenda says, did Sarah Colonna actually come on Jeff Lewis Live? She sure did, girl. And boy, was she a hit. I mean, it was so good. I just felt like the conversation was so easy. There's some of those times where I have to pause and stop all the time because I was at the dentist. I had some mom duties and stuff. It just felt like that hour went by so fast. I felt like I learned a lot. There was a lot of notes to write down. The other girl, Sarah, that's been on before, from Hollywood House Lives, Sarah, what's her last name? Sarah Foster. Remember whenever she was on, and I said on my show that it wasn't the most exciting show, that I felt like the show was kind of boring. And then the next time she went on Jeff Lewis Live, I think it was a commercial break, or the after show, she was like, yeah, what's that girl that like does a fan account for you? She was so rude and she was like ripping me apart. And I'm like, first of all, I don't rip anyone apart. And I literally, thank you to the Jeff Lewis Sleuth, somebody went and found my show from that time and I told me the date of it. I watched the whole thing and all I said was that the show was kind of boring. And a lot of you thought it was boring. I mean, she's not the most, and she hasn't been on again since. So maybe, maybe she couldn't handle the Jeff Lewis coffee picture. You know what I mean? Comments. Cause I mean, don't get me wrong. People could be ruthless in there. I mean, they really get crazy about that, right? J380 on TikTok says the conversation between Heather and Sarah had to have happened. I would assume so, but more of you that are big Juicy Scooper fans or the history that know all that history between them would know more than me. I don't know. I just think Jeff and Heather are in such a bad place. Somebody did tell me, I guess on today's Juicy Scoop podcast, I haven't listened to it yet, that Heather said something like she's left with very few friends right now. So she's probably feeling very vulnerable, so somebody on TikTok is saying Sarah Colonna and Heather McDonald are best friends. I mean, are they best friends? Like, I don't see them hanging out. I mean, Heather does a really good job of like posting when she's out. Or is it that Sarah Colonna is just one of those girls that doesn't say yes to going out with her? Like, maybe I just think best friends like totally hang out and do stuff together. They don't just like do juicy scoop together. You know what I mean? Yeah, somebody else says I doubt they're besties. So I don't know. Also, God knows, y'all have been here for a while. You OGs know people come and go throughout your life. People have been nice to me and then they've totally effed me over on Facebook groups. So, and I'm like, what the hell? Where did that come from? Name them, but I won't, because they're not worth my time and energy. Anyways, but yeah, I can't figure out if they're best friends or not. Like, I don't know. Regardless, it's a very interesting time and a very interesting person to come on Jeff Lewis Live right now. The fact that she has definitely been a very integral part of Juicy Scoop, right? For sure. Yeah, Krista on YouTube. Heather McDonald would see a Jeff Lewis Live appearance as a betrayal, right? I mean, I think all of us would, right? I mean, no offense, but I totally understand where Heather would be coming from. Even pushing the professional stuff aside to be like, look, go on anyone's podcast, live show, anyone but Jeff Lewis right now. Like, to me, that is definitely showing that she's picking Jeff Lewis. I don't know. I'm still waiting to see how other people land, right? Kelly Dodd, how is that going to land? Is she going to still stay friends with Heather? Is Lala Kent, is she going to come back on Jeff Lewis Live? Is she going to go back on Juicy Scoop? Are they going to do both? Like, these are questions that rack my brain all the freaking time. Y'all, Thanksgiving, when I was taking a shower, getting ready, I literally was thinking about the house that Ariana Maddox and Tom Sandoval can't seem to stop sharing. And I thought, you know what? I wonder who gets the house for Thanksgiving. Somebody getting the first floor today, somebody getting the second floor. Are they hosting? Are they going somewhere else? What are they going to do for the holidays? I mean, these are the things that keep me awake. Or think of it in the shower. Totally. Christina Anderson on Instagram says Lala will do what's good for her. But what do you think that's going to be? Is that Jeff Lewis, or is that Juicy Scoop, or being Switzerland like Kelly Dodd says she wants to do, and being both? Guests are not going to want to deal with teenager behavior, Love Alive says. Which one's teenage behavior? I'm not sure. That's true. Kaylin on YouTube says it's not like it was Chris Frangiola. Chris Frangiola has made it clear that he's just over all this drama. He's even said, he wishes Heather would stop talking about earring gate. So he's made it clear that he just thinks it's all kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Anyways, who knows? I thought it was a great show, though. I was expecting them to talk about the Heather thing, or I guess I was wanting them. I guess I just wanted it to be clear to us how it all went down, like how she feels. I did check the other day. Heather follows Sarah. I haven't checked today. Sarah follows Heather. So I don't think it's all that serious, but who knows? Like, once it all comes out, I don't know. Do you get jealous that she did a great job? If she's invited back, if she becomes an inner circle chump, like, I don't know. Chris said on his Instagram Live, he would never go on Jeff Lewis Live. I think I have heard that. Chris and Sarah are good friends. So is Sarah and Justin Martindale, because I've seen them liking each other's stuff. Yeah. How do you know that lady is telling the truth about the $10,000 dinner? I mean, I guess I don't. She's got details, and she knew a long time ago. I was told a long time ago the dinner was in New York, and Jeff has only recently mentioned New York. Jeff never said anything about New York until after she had told me she was having dinner with them in New York. And I just don't think people lie about that. I mean, plus I could DM Jeff and Scott. Oh, good Lord. I could DM Jeff and Shane and say, hey, is blank is she the person coming to dinner with you in New York? And they'd probably say yes or no, right? Anyways, I don't feel like she's lying at all. She's telling me lots of details. She's getting her clothes tailored. She's going to show me what she's wearing. She told me the name of the restaurant a long time ago, and I forgot what it was. I do think she told me. Anyways, I won't tell you all the details. That's for her to do. But anyways, where's Megan been? She was in Anguilla on vacation, but she'll be back on the show Friday. Okay. Oh, I love that Jeff, speaking of New York, he hasn't even said exactly when he's going, but he is bringing Monroe. They're going to go to all these kid events like Cirque du Soleil. I think they're going to the Rockettes again to see their favorite star of the show. I think they're going to the Bubble Museum, the Ice Cream Museum, the Slime Museum, like all the things. But Jeff is very honest, just like his buddy Andy Cohen, about being a dad that he was used to be very self-centered. Now he like actually thinks of like this stuff and like it's fun. Like I don't think Jeff was the baby daddy and now he's the young daughter daddy. So I think that's way more fun to him, right? Oh, thank you. Love your positive energy. Thank you so much, Liney on Instagram. What else? Okay, I would go see Sarah Colonna live. So sarahcolonna.com. That's where her podcast information is, her book. She's written 2 books. She's hoping to write a 3rd book, and her live shows are there. I think she's going to be in Syracuse, New York for New Year's Eve. So if you can get there, let me know and tell me how it goes. They mentioned a road trip, though. And Doug, they were teasing Doug. We are definitely going to go an hour. So sorry, we're going to be a little bit later today. I try to stick to 45 minutes. So if you just joined, make sure you go back and start the replay on whatever your favorite platform is, or listen to it as a podcast at Jeff Lewis Obsessed. The TikTok is the only place it doesn't put it up as a replay. Everyone else does. But about road trips and the road trip that Jameson and Doug took recently. I mean, the way Jeff would have died, like he gets so bored. He would have not been able to listen to their conversation at all. But I love it. Jeff was even like, where should we go on a road trip? Y'all tell me in comments where they should go and who should come. And if somebody would bail halfway through it, I feel like Jeff would get out and get an airplane and go back, right? Oh, y'all are so sweet. Thank you, Karen. You're the best, Sarah. It's so fun here. It is so fun to chat with y'all every weekday at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 Eastern. Thank you for joining live. It is way more fun. There is I think there's almost 500 people on. Can I do math? 303, 60, and 138. Is that almost 500 people on live? That's amazing. Anyway, shout out, Chumpets. Oh my God, Reality TV on Instagram said, my daughter said, is that your lady from Texas? When I was listening to the podcast in my car. Oh, thank you for the hand heart, Steffi, on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, so tomorrow, oh my God, Kristen Takeman. I love her. I've now met her a couple of times in person. She's beautiful, y'all. But she's also such a mom and so easy to. Oh, thank you for the cowgirl hat. Woo woo. Steffi just sending me gifts left and right on TikTok. Thank you. Oh, I love that your daughter recognized my voice. That's sweet. See, people know me, Peyton. My daughter just walked in her room. She's like, yeah, whatever. Kids aren't, it takes a lot to impress kids, right? Like, I'm like, come on, your mom's fun. They're like, oh, you're so not fun. Okay, so tomorrow is Kristen Takeman and Paige Davis. So I know some of us thought it was a really weird comment between Jeff and Carrie yesterday that we all know because we all follow, Paige Davis on Instagram. So I knew she was going to New York to spend Thanksgiving with her family because she was nervous about it, right? So we were all hoping everything went well, which I think it did. But it was weird because Jeff was like, Paige Davis was supposed to come to Thanksgiving. Like, did she have to work or something? I feel like Carrie got nervous because he didn't want Jeff to say where Paige Davis works, like where we all know she's a cocktail waitress, but I think she got nervous that she was going to say where she actually works. So maybe they'll clear it up tomorrow. I don't know. It'll be interesting for sure. Wait, what? Oh my God. LA Sisters Closet. She watched a movie called Miles and Monica Casey is in it. Oh my God. I love that. I love Monica Casey so much. I hope I get to meet her at the December 21st. Y'all, I think it's just going to be filled with chomps, the Jeff Lewis live show, filled with chompettes, filled with fans and listeners. Oh my God, it is going to be So much fun. So if you don't have a ticket yet, make sure you join the Facebook groups, because that is where people are going to try to sell their last minute tickets. You know it's going to be happening. So book your ticket, book your flight, book your hotel. We're all staying at the, oh God, what's it called? SLS Marriott. It's right by the hotel Jeff just talked about, them not doing his martini right, I think. It's right next to the Beverly Hotel, Beverly Center, not the Beverly Hotel. Oh, I'll definitely spill all the tea. It'll be so fun. Got to figure out what I'm going to wear, because Jeff keeps calling it like Chumpmas, and I'm like, is it a Christmas party? Is it dressy? Is it fancy? Must have a delivery. I always think of what day. Yes, the vat of the olive martini. Yes, Steffi. I know, reality TV. Y'all DM Jeff about that, and Shane. She says, I wish Jeff would do it on Eventbrite and we pay to watch it virtually. I know. I asked about that because y'all asked me to ask, and I asked my person at Bourbon Room, and they said Jeff chose not to do a virtual option. It's not too late. It's December 21st. I mean, I think they should absolutely sell it virtually. Jeff wants to make money, but we want to experience it all together. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to wait. I mean, clearly I'll go live the next day. I think is it a Wednesday to Thursday or Thursday? I think it's a Thursday night, so it's Friday. Yeah, DM them for sure. Too much liability to put it on. Yeah, I think a lot of people would pay. And I wonder if it could be worldwide. I mean, oh my God. The way, I think only America, the United States and Canada, I think we're the only ones that can listen to Sirius XM. So everyone else has to find it, the two podcasts. You know what I mean? Can the Chumpettes match? Oh my God, that would be cute. All plaid. Oh my God, that would be so cute, because everyone could do it. Oh, that's an idea. Callie on TikTok says, did I miss any updates on Megan and Jeff? No updates that I've heard, but she will be on the show Friday with Dr. Donna Dannenfelser. And Dr. Donna will be on the after show, which is kind of weird, the same day. Anyway, speaking of the after show, let's chat about today's with Carney Wilson and Pej Vadat. It opens up and they're kind of comparing Howard Stern, how he goes live for like 3 hours, and it can kind of be like 3 hours and 20 minutes. It can be like, they're very confused by the fact that, like, Jeff is like 9 to 10 Pacific, and then the after show is 10 to 11. I mean, I think that's more norm. I think Howard Stern, what he does is kind of definitely different, right? Oh yeah. I see you says, why does Jeff have the same rotating guests? It's always a problem with regular listeners. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of us like regular people, so we get to know them. I just like a little bit of space between people, so they have time to like live life, go, get into a car accident, go try some interesting food, go on a trip, have a new show, have something to tell us, something new to tell us about. People haven't been feeling who lately. I can't tell you. Too much Carney. And honestly, when Carney came on my Instagram live and she was just sitting in her bed watching, I mean, clearly I just got more connected to her, because I'm like, oh, I just love that she was like sitting in her bed getting on, my Instagram live. So that was really cute. So I have more of a soft spot for her, but also think she has, she has cleaned up the pooping and the farting and the we will talk about it soon. Her dog peeing on her dining room table. Don't know that I would have shared that. But again, there's a lot of things I don't love that Jeff Lewis says and does, but I respect the fact that he has the balls to say it. Same with people like Kelly Dodd. I don't agree with everything she says and does. I'm amazed, perplexed, that she says and does it, right? Can we please leave Carney? She's so nice. I don't think anyone wants Carney to go away. I think some people are saying they want more space between her being on the Jeff Lewis show or the after show, right? Yeah, reality cowgirl Diane, I was on that live too, where her husband was playing the guitar. It was so sweet, and they were singing together. That was sweet. Okay, today, what is going on with this dog virus they're talking about? That it's super like like gets into their lungs. It's something that's like the dog version of our COVID. Like even Pej says he's not taking his dogs to the park. He's definitely not taking the doggy daycare. And he was kind of surprised that Jeff was still taking Toby to this. I mean, daycare is really optional for a dog, right? Something crazy. It sounded worse than kennel cough though, because our Luna has the vaccine for kennel cough and she's always up to date. But they're saying whatever's going around, it's really deadly and like a respiratory thing for dogs. But if they've got all their normal shots, it can help them get through it. But apparently it's very dangerous for their dogs for sure. Oh, you can still listen to it. It's on the Jeff Lewis After Show. Because remember, Jeff always comes in for about the first 15, 20 minutes. And I love that. I feel like that's when Jeff like tells more information, which he did today. They start talking about dogs. Somebody calls in though about a frozen peanut butter Kong. And I'm like, how have y'all never heard of this? Like we got Kongs for Luna the first few months she was, that we had her. And I kind of didn't know that a Kong was a new thing to boarding usually keeps them separate, but no. So when we went away for Easter 2021, it was the first time we'd ever went away with all 7 of us since COVID had been going on, I should say. And we had the dog. And we boarded her at this very expensive, well-known place near us. They require all the vaccines for every dog, but they let them have playtime based on, and you can see them on the video cameras. And so it's very social. And she came home with kennel cough. So even though she had the vaccine and all the other dogs did, she still came back with a pretty rough case of kennel cough. Because that's the thing that makes you cough and they just don't eat. And at the time we still don't know how old she was, but she was only, from October to April, 6 months old, 7 months old to us. So she was still new to us and we were freaking out. I mean, so glad she was okay. What else? Okay. So Carney's dog pees on their dining room table because it gets mad when they leave. And she was very much talking about praying to God and like saying there's a rainbow and like maybe it's the dog's time to go. I think she said the dog is 13. Now, I don't know if that's a big dog or a little dog, but like big dogs, 13 is very old. A little dog, I mean, you can live to like 17, 18 for sure. Crazy, but that was interesting. And then Jeff was talking about, remember Chris? So Chris passed away, I think for some reason, I want to say around March, because I remembered Chris passed away the same time that Jeff had just started dating Stu. He was also going through the surrogacy process, trying to have another baby, which didn't end up being successful. Stu ended up losing Bo or Jack first. I can't remember which, one of his 2 dogs. And all that happened around the same time. So I want to say March 2022, approximately. But I never knew this. Jeff was saying that at the end that Chris had kind of not amnesia. What's it called? Like where you go kind of crazy, and he was ready that, Chris passed away. The very end of it, not going to get into the details. I didn't love it. Jeff again went there with like all these things about Stu and like, he said there were some great things about Stu, but he feels like Stu needs to apologize to him for some stuff. So dementia, he was saying about Chris. So anyways, but we are at an hour. Thank you so much for joining live. It is so much more fun. If you want to book me on a Cameo and you don't want to have it for now, book until today because it's 20% off. I'm super cheap, y'all. Search it on Cameo, the website, because then they don't take I think on the app, they take like Apple takes like 30% and there's not that much to take anyways. So book it on the website, cameo.com, and search Jeff Lewis Obsessed. And I think there's links on all my social media. But anyway, someone already booked one for their sister and it was so fun to do. And it was just so fun. So book me on Cameo for anything. And if you want it done later, just do it today where it's 20% off and then just say, I want this in April. Like, I guess you can do that. I don't even know. I might be saying that. It's $15. It's $15. And then there's like a $2.99 option for like a private message. But I'm like, you can just DM me for free on Instagram. I mean, I'll just tell you the ways to be free, right? Anyways, shout out Chumpettes. I'll see you tomorrow with who's on the after show. I don't know. But tomorrow is Kristen Takeman and from Ultimate Girls Trip and Paige Davis. who I love. Bye, Chumpets.